Welcome to this video, which is about using multiple charts to inform your trading. Hello, I'm Peter Martin with Trading 212, taking a look at using multiple charts mode in Trading 212's trading platform. Now, I've been involved in the financial markets for more than 20 years, and over that span of time, as you might expect, I've had the opportunity to talk to a large number of traders, and of those, the vast majority, nearly all in fact, have used charts to inform their trading decisions in some form or another. Even those traders who really aren't interested in technical analysis at all still use charts to inform their trading decisions. So why is that? Well, because it's just such a convenient way of summarizing price data. You can just look at a glance and get a feel for what the market's been doing. But often these traders don't just look at one chart in isolation. They look at multiple charts. They look at different time frames for one instrument, or maybe they compare more than one instrument at the same time that are related or correlated in some form or another. You can see what's going on with both simultaneously. So I thought we could look at a couple of examples like that just to give you more of a feel for how that works. So let's jump in and take a look at the charts. So this is the regular chart view, and we've got a daily chart of silver here, and you'll notice I've got various other tabs up at the top of the screen. We've got some other markets, oil, euro, dollar and gold, and then I've got some other time frames of silver. So there's a 4-hour chart and there's an hourly chart of silver. Now in this regular chart view, if I want to see the different information from each chart, then I have to keep tabbing back and forth, which of course is pretty irksome. So in order to see all the information at once, what we really need is the multiple chart mode. So how do we do that? Well, it's really very easy. You'll notice next to the gold tab at the top of the right hand side of the screen, we have got this multiple chart mode icon. We could just click on that, or we can right click on the chart itself and select multiple chart mode there. So let's do that. And now we see all the charts presented at once simultaneously. We've got the other markets, gold, euro, versus US dollar and oil on the right hand side of the screen, and on the left hand side of the screen I have my silver charts. Now the display for the time period is just this single display here, so to see what it is for each chart you just need to click on the actual chart. So if you click at the top here, that tells me it's a daily chart of silver. This one here is the 4-hour chart, and the one at the bottom is the hourly chart. Also note on the right hand side you can see that I've got this blue tick volume data at the bottom of each chart, and I don't have it for silver. That's simply because I have previously removed it from the silver charts. Let's say we wanted to remove it from oil. We just click on the oil chart, choose our chart setting, or click on that icon, and then unselect tick volume. And we can see that the blue tick volume data at the bottom of the chart disappears, and we get a little bit more real estate for the chart. So that's all I've done for the silver charts already. So let's talk about these silver charts and what we're doing with them. So this is just an idea, it's just an example really. The daily chart gives me the longer term view. 4-hour chart gives me a glance at a slightly shorter time frame than that, and then the idea in this example is that I'm looking at the hourly chart, which is to actually trade that time frame. I've got a few more indicators added onto that one, and the idea is that I'm just informing my trading ideas with more information about what's going on in the longer term time frames above. So on the daily one at the top, I've got this blue line. What is that? Well, let's right click and select manage objects indicators, and it'll tell us what it is. Well, it's a simple moving average, and it's a 100-day moving average. Let's say we didn't want a 100-day, we wanted to change that to something, or to 200. Let's say we could just click here and then change that to 200 and then confirm. I'm happy with a 100-day moving average though. And what I might take from that is I can see that price is depressed quite substantially below the longer term moving average. So you might say, oh, okay, that adds a bit of a bearish cast to proceedings. So I'm just sort of store that information away. Looking at the 4-hour chart, once again, it's a 100-period moving average on there, and price is depressed below that. Not as much as it was with the daily chart. So once again, just store that information away. And then I'm looking to trade this hourly chart. We can see that price has been oscillating fairly consistently there. So maybe, just as an example, you might think, well, okay, I'm going to try and trade that by selling it when it gets when it moves to the higher area of this range that it's been oscillating through, and I'll buy when it gets to the lower areas. So that might be one way of doing it, but then you might color that thinking by saying, okay, but we said there's this bearish cast, so why don't we not buy anything to open? We'll just do selling trades to open. And then it becomes a question of when do we do that? Well, you might say, when the price breaks above this blue moving average, that might be I start looking to try and time when I'm going to be selling into this, and then use the other price information. So we've got the Williams percent range is our oscillator on there that just kind of gives you some ideas about overbought or oversold regions. So you might, once we see this break above, say, okay, now I look at this to help me make my decision here. It's into overbought region. Maybe I'll be thinking about selling this here now. So that's really just, I'm not going to get too bogged down in the details of that, because this isn't really about putting together the nuts and bolts of an exact strategy. It's just the idea of using these longer time frames in multiple chart mode to color your thinking, to influence your trading decisions. And let's say that we wanted to get this bottom chart, the hourly chart, to be a lot bigger, and then we wanted to look at what we can do is, if we actually have an odd number of charts rather than the 6, one will appear big at the top of the screen. So let's get rid of this 4-hour chart in the middle. I'll just click on this X and that will remove that one entirely. And then we get a big chart at the top. The one that is moved up there is the daily one, but we wanted to look at the hourly one. So let's just grab that, we'll click on it and drag it up to there. And there, our hourly chart is now the bigger chart at the top of the screen. And I'm now actually going to get rid of that and just go to 4 charts and talk about euro dollar and gold that we have here. So this is the idea now that we've moved on to, the idea that we've got 2 markets that have some influence on each other. And if you've ever followed some of my gold videos that I record for Trading 212, you'll probably be aware that I talk quite frequently there about the influence of the US dollar on gold, that when US dollar is strong, it tends to have a downward pressure on the price of gold. So here we can see a chart of euro dollar, so we keep an idea of what's going on there, and we're looking at gold. But maybe we also want to add another market. So let's go up here and look for the US dollar index, and I'll click open chart. And I'll just switch this to a candlestick chart and I'll put it on daily view. So there we've got the dollar index at the top of the screen now. If we get rid of silver here, then we get to a nice configuration where I can see quite easily my US dollar chart, my dollar index on the left. I've got euro dollar above here, and I've got gold at the bottom right hand side. So if I was trying to trade gold, not only could I keep a look on what's going on with the price of gold, but I can also see changes in the euro versus the US dollar to keep an idea on that. Whether it's the most popular, the most liquid FX currency pair that exists. That's currently in a 4-hour chart. Maybe we would change that to an hourly chart. And also just keep a look on an hourly basis with what's going on with the US dollar index, which is a sort of broad measure of the strength of the US dollar. And that could be useful when we're trading gold. So that's just an idea of keeping track of different markets simultaneously using multiple chart mode. So that's just a quick look at some examples of using multiple charts mode in Trading 212's platform. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button and give us a like. Or if you've got any feedback, you've got any topics that you want to suggest for future videos, why not send us a message in the comment section. We do go through and read every comment that comes in to us. Now, as well as these educational videos, we also do analysis on popular markets such as gold and crude oil and euro versus US dollar. The best way to access all our video content is to subscribe to Trading 212's YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button. And we put out new videos on a regular basis. If you click on the alarm bell icon, then you'll get a notification the next time that Trading 212 uploads a new video to YouTube, and then you won't miss out. But that's all for this time from me, Peter Martin, and Trading 212. Good luck with your trading. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.